Today, we are talking about self-reflection. Being honest with yourself and others. Now, disclaimer, I felt like I needed to specify the need to be honest with yourself too, because let's face it, a lot of people don't like hearing truths, even from themselves. Yep, Lizzo even made a song about it. No one likes facing the hard truths about the things that they don't like about themselves, much less talking about it. I mean, think about this for a second. If there is this one thing that you don't like about yourself, chances are other people don't either, and they're just too polite to tell you. So, if you don't want to get to the point where you have to talk about it because you're annoying the crap out of your significant other, then don't. Just be an adult, put your big girl panties on, and fix it yourself before it becomes an issue, and you'll be straight. Have you ever thought about why divorce rates are so high? I mean, assuming cheating isn't involved, because bitch please, I ain't got time for that shit. It's a lack of communication. I know that word gets a bad rep because women like to talk, like a lot, but just joking around or exchanging friendly banter might just save your relationship. Census.gov divorce rates have actually decreased over the last 10 years. Coincidentally, so have marriage rates. Statistically, 39% of marriages end in divorce. And that's actually way down from 40 years ago when about 50% of marriages ended in divorce. AKA, pretty much only the Catholics stayed together. It's crazy, but millennials, you know, the generation that lives through all of the turmoil and heartache divorce can cause, are statistically not getting married, but are staying together forever way more than previous generations did. And we are being criticized for it by the same people who were married 11 times and couldn't make it work. Let's talk about some common causes of divorce so you can avoid them. According to Southern Methodist University's publication called Daily Campus, number one is money problems. And I'm not just talking about your bank account balance here. Some people have psychologically different ways of thinking about money. For instance, if the wife is very thrifty and the husband feels like can't take it with ya, then maybe the answer is separating your finances. I don't know, just an idea, but maybe you could each have separate bank accounts for yourselves and then one joint account for like family expenses and purchases that you would have to make together that you contribute a set amount to every time you get paid. Number two is infidelity, which, like I said, I ain't got time for that shit. Number three is issues with sex. When they don't get to do it enough, or when they do, it's just not satisfying. Yeah, I don't know about that. That really sucks. I am so sorry. So this issue is a tough one to overcome, but it can be overcome with the right mindset. My only suggestion with this one is to just go to counseling and put in the work, because yes, it will be work if you're at this point, to remember why you chose to mate for life with this person. You know, not to make you sound like a bug or anything. Although, the only thing I will say here is, don't be selfish. If there's a particular thing that you know she likes in that department, or vice versa, just do it. Same thing with not being in the mood. So, marriage is about sacrifice. Get up there and ride that pony. For real though, my advice is just that, my advice. And definitely no substitute for a professional. Because I ain't never even been married. Although, I do want to be one day. What can I say? I love love. If you're honest with your friends, your family, and your significant other, it will go a long way towards building credibility. Then, they won't feel the need to do weird, crazy things like go through your phone at 3 a.m. Like, just an example from my life. I voluntarily just gave my man my password because I'm an open book with him. I literally have nothing to hide. It feels so good to be able to be completely honest with someone and still have them love you for you and not who you pretend to be. Plus, I talk in my sleep, so literally he would find out the truth anyway. Sometimes I'm like super gangster with it, and then other times I'm just downright funny. There was this one time where I woke Rusty up because I was convinced that there was a man in our bedroom trying to steal our masks. Mask thief. Not cool. So I did have a viewer write in to me with a very specific problem, so I'm going to take a moment to go ahead and address that now. She's only been dating this guy 6 weeks and she's already in love. Honey, I know the feeling. Even though it's only been 6 weeks, it's totally possible to be in love. Or at least think you're in love. Anyway, this guy that she's dating has his elderly father living with him. His father doesn't like her and says that she's getting in the way of their family. She's at a total loss of what to do in this situation. First of all, I think it's awesome that a son is taking care of his father like that. That means he's a good guy and has a strong sense of what family actually means. This also means he's good husband material, which is, after all, the point of dating. She says, "What should I do?" Okay, with this one, you might have to do a little investigating just to get to the bottom of why his dad doesn't like you. There are so many unanswered questions here that it's impossible to give you a singular answer. So I can give you advice based on the information that you've given me here, but you have to give me more specifics if you want me to drill down. Like, do you know why his dad doesn't like you? I mean, can you think of anything you're doing or not doing to make his dad not like you? His dad doesn't just up and decide, "Oh, I don't like her," one day for no reason. So you gotta figure that out first. And all parents do want their children to be happy, even though it might not be super obvious. And they're really very stubborn about it. Okay, how exactly are you getting in the way of his family? Are you living with him, so you're literally getting in the way? Or is he speaking more figuratively? Advice on elderly parents. Not everybody has them, so the ones who do, I feel like we need to swap notes. Elderly people are generally more cranky because they are in pain and they're tired. And they might have missed the buffet. But it's not their fault. It's just age setting in. My advice? Kill him with kindness. Every rude or disparaging thing he says, Just pretend that he is giving you a compliment and ignore it. Every rude or disparaging comment he says to you, just pretend that he is giving you a compliment instead. Elderly or not, this is still the guy's dad, so oftentimes he's just looking out for his son's best interests. This is why I asked you exactly why he doesn't like you. If you honestly don't know, just sit down with him and have a heart-to-heart. Old people ain't shy. He'll tell you the truth. And he'll appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen to his concerns with an open mind. Now, let me just ask, what does your boyfriend have to say about all of this? You need to talk to him about his father's comments and actions towards you. Word of caution, you definitely have to tread lightly here. You don't want to come across like you're trying to get in the middle of him and his dad, because you won't win here. Plus, if you really love him, you won't want to. However, the plus side of talking to him about it, rather than just trying to deal with this on your own, is that he knows how his dad behaves. So he can tell you right off the bat if his dad always does this, like he's just being overprotective, or if there's something more to it. There's really no choice here. This guy has to step up and tell his dad to back off. I mean, his dad is living with him, not the other way around. You might have to play Nancy Drew a little bit, but you'll get to the bottom of it. I have faith in you. You can do it!
Babe, you gotta do videos all around the house. You gotta keep doing that, because then you clean the house at the same time.